Imagine a war scene where on one side you have the world's most powerful military power, America and Israel. And in their hands, you have a modern warplane, a missile worth billions of dollars, and the world's most advanced air defense system. But the surprising thing is that in front of this huge power is an arm that is cheaper than an ordinary car. And that small weapon has gradually started to change the whole configuration of the war. Many military experts are now saying that Iran has created such a war technology because of this drone that it does not give strength. The opponent is crushed in a great intellectual and economic way. The drone that has to be stopped with $1 million missile, if the price of the drone is only a few $1,000s, then it is easy to imagine how much the cost of the war can go up. And at the center of this mystery is an amazing Shahid 136 kamikaze drone, or suicide drone of Iran. Yes, we are now entering a time where war, global politics, and economic crises have determined the future of many people's careers. But if you look at one thing, you will see that the digital content sector is still creating a great opportunity for a lot of situational and future. And that's why in the last 9 years, I will share with you all the strategies and complete AI integration process that I have learned to transform Mayajal from 0 to 11 million subscribers. If you want to create a strong fear of your own from now on, then go to the description box and the first comment to find out in detail. So now, go back to the video. At first glance, this drone may seem very ordinary. Neither a large warplane nor a huge missile-like face. But the reality is that this small weapon has begun to change the concept of modern warfare in the last few years. Because everyone thought for so long that the higher the weapon and the more powerful the fighter. But Shahid 136 is reversing that idea. Think about it for a moment. The famous Tomahawk cruise missile in the United States is several $1 million. The price of the Russian KH-101 cruise missile is also close to $1 million. And the price of the Iranian-made Fateh 101 ballistic missile can be up to millions of dollars. But in the middle of all this, there is a weapon that costs only a few $1,000s, often less than an ordinary old car. And that weapon is the Shahid 136 drone. And this is where the real mystery of the power of this drone begins. This drone is often referred to as a suicide drone. In military terms, it is also called a loitering munition because it does not go straight ahead like a normal missile. It keeps hovering in the sky for a long time and keeps looking for targets, like a hunter bird looking for a prey. Some targets are such that they cannot be seen all the time. For a while, it comes in front and disappears in a few seconds. So this drone keeps hovering in the sky for a long time and waits for the right time. And when that time comes, it suddenly goes down. Along with the explosion, it destroys the target and ends itself.
And the width
Another
of the beam is
amazing
about
feature
3
of this
meters.
drone is its
The weight
sound.
of the whole drone
When it flies
is
in the
only
sky, its
220
engine sounds like a
kilograms.
scooter.
There is
That's
a
why it's
huge
often
wire
called
head
a
in front of it,
flying
which
scooter,
can weigh
because it
30 to
uses a
50
small
kilograms.
two-stroke engine,
And there is a
which
propeller
works
on the
a
back
lot
that
like a
rotates
scooter
the
engine.
drone
And
forward.
that strange
Along
sound
with that,
often
a
creates
two-stroke
fear in people's
gasoline
minds,
engine is
because
used
when
in the
someone
drone.
hears
It
this,
can generate up to 50 horsepower, and it helps the drone fly at a speed of about 200 kilometers per hour. There is no separate cooling system in it. When the drone flies fast, the wind cools its engine. To help the drone fly steadily, there is a control wing on the back. There are flaps and elevons in the middle. These help the drone to turn sideways. These are controlled by a small servo motor. There is a small computer system in the middle of the drone that controls the entire flight. Along with that, there is a GPS system inside it that tells the drone its position through a satellite. If the GPS doesn't work for some reason, then the drone uses the inertial navigation system. The sensors in it follow the drone's movement and direction. In some cases, this drone can also detect radar signals. If a radar signal is received from an air defense system, then the drone can attack in that direction. Because if any protection system is damaged by the radar, the whole system becomes very dark. This drone takes off in the sky through a special launcher truck. There is a launch rail on top of the truck where the drone is placed in a corner. Then the small rocket booster attached to it is started. This booster takes the drone into the fast sky. Then, when the actual engine of the drone starts, the booster separates from itself. This drone has a range of about 2,000 kilometers, but its real strength is here, that it does not usually attack alone. Many drones are sent to the sky at the same time. Sometimes more than 100 drones can fly at the same time, and they don't all attack at the same place. They don't sell separate targets. These drones don't usually fly at very high altitudes. They fly with the green grass of the ground. That's why it takes a long time for them to hit the radar, and when it hits, then maybe it's too late. Of course, it is possible to destroy them by force, but here comes the biggest problem: expense. Because a drone costs only a few $1,000s, and it takes a long time to destroy it. Such a missile, which costs a few $100,000 or a few $1 million, for example, the price of the Tamir missile used in the Israeli Iron Dome system, is much higher than this drone. And if you use the American Patriot missile, the cost will increase a few more days. In other words, to destroy a cheap drone, you have to use a weapon that costs a few more days than the drone.